Good morning, Year 4. I hope you've had a great week of learning so far and that you're ready for your next maths lesson. Okay, so today our learning objective is to multiply and divide by 6. So if you could pause the video now and write today's learning objective with the date and underline these. Okay, brilliant. So I want you to start by reviewing here. How many are on each side? Can you write down how many are on each side and use the visual representations to help you? Pause the video now while you do that. Okay, brilliant. So this side, you can see there are 3 on this side. And on this side, we have got 6. Below, we've now got 6 on this side. 3 and 3 is 6. And on this side, we've got 12. 6 and 6 is 12. And then finally, we've got 9. And then on this side, we've got 18. So we've got 6 and 6 and 6 is 18. Can you see a pattern between each side? What do you think it might be? So each side, you can see the numbers are doubling. So 3 doubled is 6, 6 doubled is 12, and 9 doubled is 18. So what we can think about today is we can use our 3 times table facts to help us to learn our 6 times tables, because 3 doubled is 6. So when we double our 3 times table, we find our 6 times tables. Okay, so let's start by chanting our 6 times tables. We're going to have a practice of our 6 times tables. So I've got them on the screen here for you to use to help you. If you want to challenge yourself, you can close your eyes while you do this, or if you think you need to look at the numbers, start by looking at the numbers and then maybe you could pause the video afterwards and have a go without the numbers. So 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 6 is 24. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 6 is 48. 9 times 6 is 54. 10 times 6 is 60. 11 times 6 is 66. And 12 times 6 is 72. If you want to have another practice, pause the video now while you have a go at those. See if you can cover your eyes next time. Brilliant, well done. So some of the key vocabulary that we might use in today's lesson are some of these words. So you might hear me, I will use the word multiplication, but you might also hear me use the words times. So how many times 6? You might use the word groups of or lots of, and then for division we'll use divided, divide, shared or grouped. So look out for the different types of key vocabulary today. Okay, so multiplication is continuous addition, and I've got a visual representation here that shows that. So here you can see we've got some eggs, and I've got 6 eggs. Add 6 eggs, add 6 eggs, add 6 eggs. So altogether, I've got 24 eggs, and you can see the addition is written here. Now, we can also write that as a multiplication. So how many groups of 6 have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 6. So to write this calculation as a multiplication, we would have 4 times 6 equals 24, because we've got 4 groups of 6 eggs, and the total is 24. So multiplication is like continuous addition. Division is like continuous subtraction. So here we can do 30, take away 6, take away 6, take away 6, take away 6, take away 6 equals 0, or we can think about how many sixes have we taken away there. We've taken away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixes, 5 sixes there. So 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So you can see this in the representation. We've got 30 eggs altogether, and we have shared them, divided them into 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in each group, we've got 5 left, 5 eggs in each group. So 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Okay, so let's have a look at this explore question. So first of all, what do you see in the representation here? What can you see? There are something equal groups of something. So how many groups are there, and how many are there in each group? Okay, so there are 3 equal groups, and in each group there are 6. So there are 3 equal groups of 6. Okay, so this could be written as a calculation as 6 add 6 add 6, and that equals, if I counted the dots all together, how many dots I've got 18 altogether. So there are 3 equal groups of 6, and that equals 18. So to write that as a multiplication, I would write 3 times 6, because there's 3 lots of 6, equals 18. Okay, I wonder how I would write that as a division. So I've got 18 altogether, and then 18, and then when I divide them into 3 groups, I have 6 in each group. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay, let's have a go at another one. Okay, so what do you see? Think about how many groups are there and how many are in each group. I wonder if you could have a go at completing the questions before I show the answers. So in a moment, you'll have a go at writing out this question. So there are something groups of something, and then have a go at writing that as an addition, and then have a go at writing it as a multiplication and a division. So pause the video while you have a go at this. Okay, so there are 6 equal groups of 6. So as an addition, this looks like this: 6 add 6 add 6 add 6 add 6 add 6. And if I counted up all those dots, or if I count in 6s, I know that there are 36 dots altogether. So there are 6 equal groups of 6, and that equals 36. So the multiplication that you should have written is 6 equals 36. And then I know that 36 divided or shared into 6 equal groups, there will be 6 in each group. So well done if you got that right. Okay, let's have a look at a slightly different question here. So we're going to complete the sentences. So let's have a look at the visual representation first and have a look at what we can see. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cases of eggs. And in each case of eggs, there are 6 eggs. So the sentence says there are something, lots of something eggs. So we can start to fill this in now. So there are 7 lots of 6 eggs. So how many eggs are there in total? So I can count in sixes to help me. So I can count 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. So there are 42 eggs in total. So now I can think about writing this as a multiplication. So 7 times 6 equals 42. Okay, so let's have a look at this second part of the question. So first there were how many eggs? Well, we know now that there were 42 eggs. So we've just counted them. So first there were 42 eggs. Then they were shared into how many boxes? Well, we know that they were shared into 7 different boxes. And how many were there in each box? Well, there were 6 in each box. So now we can write this as our division. So we've got 42 divided by 7 equals 6. And that's how our division question would look. Okay, so we can also use bar models to help us multiply or divide and to represent a question. So here I've got the question, which bar model correctly represents 8 times 6? So let's have a look at the bar models that we can see. So 8 times 6. So here we can see that the total at the top of the bar model is 48. So then we should see 8 times 6. So 8 times 6 is the same as 8 groups of 6. So let's count how many groups of 6 we've got on this bar model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that bar model only has 7 groups of 6. So we'll check the one at the bottom now. So this one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 6. So this bar model shows 8 groups of 6. So we know that the bottom bar model correctly shows 8 groups of 6. So you can see 8 groups of 6. So these are the parts of the bar model at the bottom, and then the whole number is at the top. So 8 groups of 6 equals 48. Okay, so let's explore this question. What calculations do these bar models represent? And then I want you to draw the bar models and complete them. So there are something equal groups of something. So how many equal groups? You can see we know there's equal groups of 6. So how many equal groups of 6 are there? And how many 6s altogether? What is the total? So can you have a go? Pause the video and have a go at completing these bar models. Okay, so here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equal. There are 9 equal groups of 6. Okay, so, and if I counted in 9 equal groups of 6, my answer would be 54. So 54. So 9. So this represents 9 times 6 equals 54. Well done if you got that right. And then here I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 groups of 6. So 10 equal groups of 6. The calculation for that would be 10 times 6 equals, and that equals 60. So my number at the top of my bar model would look like that, 60. Okay, let's look at how we can use a bar model or an array to show division this time. So here we've got a division question. We've got 42 divided by 6. So we can think about that as 42 divided into 6 equal groups of, okay, or so let's have a look here. So here I've got divided by 6. I've got my 6 equal groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here are my 6 equal groups. So here is a group of 6. So when I've drawn 42 dots and I've shared them into 6 equal groups, how many do I have in each group? I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 in each group. So 42 divided into 6 equal groups of 7. So 42 divided into 6 equal groups of 7. So that means 42 divided by 6 equals 7. And this is how it would look like using a bar model. So on a bar model, you've got the whole number at the top, which is 42, and I've shared that into 6 equal parts. This is 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts. And when I share it into 6 equal parts, we know that there are 7 in each group. Okay, so 42 divided by 6 equals 7. Here's another example. 48 divided by 6. 48 divided by 6 equals, so I've drawn 48 dots in my array here in 6 equal groups. So 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 6 equal groups. So in each group I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in each group. So 48 divided by 6 equals 8. So 48 divided into 6 equal groups of 8. This is how it would look on my bar model. So at the top of my bar model, I've got the whole number, which is 48, and I've divided it into 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts, and in each part of my bar model, I've got 8. So I've got 6 8s, which equals 48. Okay, I want you to pause the video now and see if you can draw an array and a bar model to show these divisions. So the first one is 24 divided by 6 equals, and 30 divided by 6 equals. Pause the video now while you have a go at those. Okay, let's see how you'd got on. So here, 24 divided by 6 equals 5. And that's how my array would look and my bar model would look. So you've got 6 equal groups of 4 on my bar model, which equal 24. And I've got 6 equal groups here of 4 as well. And then 30 divided by 5 would look like this. So 30 divided by 6, not by 5. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So you can see 30 divided by 6 in equal groups, I end up with 5 in each group, and that's what my bar model would look like. Okay, checkpoint question. I want you to use the representation to help you complete the numbered sentences. Pause the video now while you have a go at this. Okay, so let's think about how many groups we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. And in each group, we've got 6. And if I count in 6s, 8 groups of 6, I know that the total to be 48. So my division fact would be 48 divided into 8 groups, and I have 6 in each group. Okay, well done if you got those right. We're going to start our steps now. So step 1 today is answering some of the questions using the visual representations here. Don't forget to write out those calculations, and you could actually write out the division for each question as well. Step 2, so you can see some arrays here. represented, and you can write out the calculations again. And then step 3 are some word problems, and you can use a bar model or an array to represent your answers for these questions. Then if you want to have a challenge, move on to the digging deeper. Okay, and when you've had a go at these, move through the slides to check your answers. Step 1 answers, step 2 answers, step 3 answers, and digging deeper answers. Fantastic, well done on your multiplying and dividing by 6 today, Year 4.